Peace, peace, peace to all the guys and goddesses of the planet. Peace to all the kings and the queens. Peace to all the princes and the princesses. If this is your first time viewing me, I am No Front VO, spiritual coach, spiritual mentor, spiritual guru, brother, friend, leader, role model, public figure, all the above. If you are a returning subscriber, as always, I appreciate y'all for always showing love to the videos, always leaving them comments, always hitting the like. I'm quite sure y'all already got y'all notification bell on, so y'all won't miss a video at all. Of course, Amane Pamayon, Amane Pamayon, Amane Pamayon. Always continuously blossoming each and every day, stepping into your most highest abundant timeline, as well as stepping into your power, realizing the anointingness that the Most High has given to you. So each and every day, that's what we're trying to do. Come into more and more realization, consciousness of our true powers. Of course, I come to y'all with a message from today. As soon as I woke up today, the messages were just pouring on in. Like, that's why you gotta always have your notebook by you, because you never know when the message is gonna start coming through, and you can start scribing and start, putting these messages down, because it's here one second, it's gone the next second. So you always want to capitalize on those, even those ideas that you get. Put them down on hard copy, then use it in creative energy. That's what I'm doing right now. Taking the things from my mind, I put it on paper, bring it to y'all. So I took it from, 5D, 6D, put it on some 3D paper, give it to y'all, and then y'all do the same thing. Y'all put it into that reality also. Y'all put it in that high dimension just by me giving it to y'all. That let the Most High know that I use that energy. Because whenever I get y'all that power, that energy, that nourishment, educational nourishment, it raises y'all in frequency, and you know who can give the messages too. Of course, I come to y'all with different messages. A lot of the things around you come from your subconscious mind. You are who you are because of your subconscious mind. That's why we work on our subliminals messages, because you have the potential to be born rich, but obviously you weren't born with this abundance. But that don't mean you don't have the potential still. The only thing that you in this rich version of you have is different subconscious ideas, because you are nothing but your subconscious. You are a fulfillment of your subconscious. That's why when you work on your subconscious, it changes your 3D reality, because your 3D reality is only a reflection of your subconscious. So as I say, your style, the style you get, the hairstyles, everything that's you is come from your subconscious. This is where your ancestors reside. This is why when the family members go, they live inside of you. Even when they go out, the outer is nothing but a reflection of the inner. So even when they going into the heavens, you're the heavens. They going inside of you to a deeper, more perfect party, that perfect energy, that perfect, that zen, that they going there. They going to the peaceful part. And just a heads up for anybody trying to, do certain things right now. I noticed that it might be old friends pulling at your energy. And I have this realization from whenever I have my dreams, my interpretations, because I don't be thinking about these people all day. So if I see them in a dream or something, then I know that they trying to be in my aura field, because that's the only way you can kind of trickle into my dream in a sense. With this level of energy that I'm at, you have to be trying to pull at the energy source. So it's old friends, family talking about you, and they might not be talking about you in a negative sense, but they still bringing you up, because in the dream we had an argument, but we got over it. So it wasn't a sense of like, I don't have like this still deep rooted hatred. I can tell that I done kind of forgave them for whatever, we fell out apart. I done forgave them, and don't forget, but forgiveness, and then continuously moving on with your life. Just don't fall for the same thing twice, Ashe. Attention is not always good until you have done your shadow work. Attention, being in the spotlight, it brings on these energies. It brings on these positive energies as well as, you know, these negative entities and things of that sort. That's what comes with having this attention. Just like, you know, having a light and then outside and then all these bugs start being attracted to it. Now they're bringing in bugs. That's the light that you have. But like I said, that light in the darkness attracts these malevolent beings because they want the light. They can't produce it themselves. So they know what comes with the light. They know that it's warm. They know that it's fulfilling. It's brightening. That's why sometimes your light can make you a target. But until you've done your shadow work, I wouldn't recommend really trying to go out there, because all people gonna do is magnify. That's what the spotlight does. It magnifies things around you. So it's gonna magnify your flaws as well as magnifying the things that people praise you for and the things that you like about yourself. So it's gonna magnify everything about you. So if you got any hidden energies, that spotlight gonna bring it to the light. And if you haven't dealt with that kind of stuff yet, your shadow work, the things that you're supposed to be asking for forgiveness for, releasing into the universe so that it can transmute the energy into a more useful, useful type of energy. So what you haven't bundled in, like I said, the skeletons in the closet gonna be revealed. And if you haven't cleaned out that closet, if you haven't buried those demons, if you haven't came into, terms with those things that you have hidden, when they become magnified, who knows if you can then handle it, because it's on a magnified scale, something that you could have just handled on your own. Now it's other people in your business. That's other people having not saying they're gonna have a say-so in your life, but now it's more people trying to, have their hand inside of your pot, have your hand inside. When you was on your own, you could have worked with it, got your taste right, so people can't tell you nothing when you get up to the level. So know that attention is not, that's why they say all attention not so-called is good attention, because people gonna come for those things. It's gonna be people coming from the woodworks and coming from those things. So you gotta have those already nipped in the bud. I don't know if y'all seen the movie The Fog, but it's sometimes it be like the little bugs, and sometimes it might be a big parasite try to come at you. And now you, like I said, you're not really ready for that, to handle that type of frequency. So just always each and every day do your shadow work, coming to terms with yourself. So when you become to this type of pinnacle in your career, there will be no things to try to, chop down what you built at that point. And it's only up to us to change the stereotype. It's only up to you. You can't help what you was born with, but it's up. You do have the power to change things while you're here. You can't help that when you was in your mama's womb, she might have been listening to low frequency music, arguments. Ain't no telling what else, just the energy that was outside, still living in poverty, having to deal with stress and all this stuff. That played a part on your frequency of your body. And then when your soul entered that body, it had to deal with all this trauma that was already on it. But that's what you was put here for, because your energy was a clean up energy. It's the energy that's gonna clean up the spirit, clean up the body, and become an example for other chosen ones. So know that, like I said, even though these frequencies were put in us before we could even do anything about it, now it's up to you. You can listen to subliminals, you can meditate, say your affirmations each and every day, hear these positive things to start off your day. Because how you start your day is how you're gonna go through your day and how you're gonna end your day. So always remember that. Peace to all the guys and goddesses of the planet. Peace to all the kings and the queens. Peace to all the princes and the princesses. Continue to raise yourself in frequency. Continue to understand that everyone around you, everything around you is a simple reflection of your inside. So if you don't like what your 3D reality is looking like currently, go within, figure out what you can do to clean up your inside. Just like when you clean up your room and things of that sort, go in and clean up your insides. That's what positive thinking, like I said, affirmation, things of that sort. Use every tool that you can to your advantage. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Amane Padme Hum, Amane Padme Hum, Amane Padme Hum. Ashe.